开始了吗？
我先放音乐。
好的。
他们的恐惧是我们的武器，我们的胜利。谢谢了，兄弟姐妹们，你们健身了吗？行动，行动，行动！中共，你完了 ！Take down the CCP！
Just beginning, but the games you want to play. Bring it on and now we'll fight to the end. Just watch and see. It's all started, everything's begun, and you are over. Cause we're taking down the CCP. Spread the word all through Hong Kong. We will fight till they're all gone. We rejoice when there's no more. Let's take down the CCP. They have all life for too long. We will end what they do wrong. Spread the word all through Hong Kong. Let's take down the CCP. Let the bullets fly a little longer, and you will surrender. Let the bullets fly a little longer. We will have freedom to live. We will win. You'll surrender. Let the bullets fly a little longer. Let the bullets fly a little longer.
中共，
Let the bullets fly a little
你
longer.
完了！
Let the bullets fly a little longer.
中共，你完了！干灭中国共产党这个 CCP， 才能让我们远离恐惧。Take down CCP。
They try to scare the nation with fabrication, but we see through the lies. We won't fall, we will fight you back. Police corruption with crooked assumption. They ran our lives, but no more. We will win. We will take down the CCP. Spread the word all through Hong Kong. We will fight till they're all gone. We rejoice when there's no more. Let's take down the CCP. They have all life for too long. We will end what they do wrong. Spread the word all through Hong Kong. Let's take down the CCP. Let the bullets fly a little longer, and you will surrender. Let the bullets fly a little longer. We will have freedom to live. We will win. You'll surrender. Let the bullets fly a little longer. Let the bullets fly a little longer.
站起来吧，
Let the bullets fly a little longer.
站起来吧，
Let the bullets fly a little
为
longer.
奴役的人
Let
们
the bullets fly a little longer.
行动，
Let the bullets fly a little
行
longer.
动！
Let the bullets fly a little
你
longer.
完了
Let the bullets fly a little longer.
！Take down
Let the bullets fly a little longer. Bullets fly a little longer, and you will surrender. Let the bullets fly a little longer. We will have freedom to live. We will win. You'll surrender. Let the bullets fly a little longer.
Take down
Let the bullets fly a little longer.
Take down
Let the bullets fly a little longer.
Take down
Let the bullets fly a little longer.
Take down
Let the bullets fly a little longer.
Take down
Let the bullets fly a little longer.
Take down
Let the bullets fly a little longer.
Take down
Let the bullets fly a little longer.
Take down
Let the bullets fly a little longer.
Take down the evil CCP.
Hello, hi everyone. Welcome to Hong Kong Signs of the Times. Hello, Sky.
Hello,
How are you
everybody.
today?
Yeah, today the broadcast Concise of Time. They have 13. It's special. It's official. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Friday, October the 30th, 2020. This is our episode 13. Here is Phoebe and Sky.
Yeah.
We're broadcasting about Hong Kong. So we shouldn't forget Hong Kong. Let's talk about Hong Kong.
Yeah, and then today our topic is about how to BGY for the Hong Kong. Everybody to know now is the fighting for the America the election, and then we need to, I use the Hong Kong the simple case to expand how the BGY to in Hong Kong, and then our cover is for the Hong Kong people the fighting. They are Hong Konger, they are all reporter, and then the younger people as need because they understand CCP Chinese community party they how to use their all the relationship and then the red business to influence in Hong Kong and then control the policy and then uh, use the party to control more the Hong Kong. That's like now the America the email of the Biden. That's the same case.
Yes, yeah, we've seen Hong Kong people briefly protest since last year in June. So it's been over a year. We see brave young people in Hong Kong, but also very sadly, we also see on July the 1st this year, this new national security law has been passed. So that is so sad to see that even people fighting and kind of strong communist party still they without seeing people's without hearing what people really want, they just insist on impose the evil national security law. So Hong Kong is like a experimental battlefield, and also it's like an experimental area region for Chinese Communist Party to see they can do whatever they want. So if we don't analyze this, if we forget about Hong Kong, USA, we can see it's going to be the next Hong Kong. Yeah, that's why we all have to stand up and fight.
Yeah. Okay, we go to the first poster for there's a Hong Kong poster, and then you can see two hand people that have control it, and then but we also say the shoe 2 plus 2 is 4. Then I remember one movie is tell how to worship brainwashing the student, and the teacher need to use the 2 plus 2 to equal to 5, and then to make the if all the students is say 5, the other one cannot tell the truth. Yes.
Yeah, so when even there's a Chinese idiom called 指鹿为马. Even if the teacher is saying, hey, look at this horse, but maybe the teacher is telling all the students, this is a horse, by pointing at a deer.
Yeah.
And only one student said, no, this is not a horse, this is a deer. But all other students are, they have to follow whatever the teacher is saying. No one dares to say no. Or maybe, the majority people are brainwashed. They've never seen a deer. So when the teacher said, this is a horse, so they thought they were being told the truth, but actually it's not. Yeah, like what you said, when the teacher says, 2 plus 2 equals 5. Everyone repeat after me. So everyone has to repeat after the teacher. But here, this poster telling us 2 plus 2 equals 4 instead of 5. When the teacher says 5, we should say no. It's not 5. The truth is 2 plus 2 is 4.
Yeah. So the another one is same. So one is for freedom, and then the same case. For now, we can see that in the media, and then Hong Kong media is not also to talk about the Hong Kong problem. They just use the CCP official.
Excuse me a minute. Yeah. Excuse me a minute.
Yeah, I go to ahead and then go. Yeah. And then let's talk. This about the Hong Kong, and then the Hong Kong media that's not tell more about the actual thing. And then all the media is controlled by the CCP. And then you can see if the Hong Kong movement, they know no other reporter to go outside to take the picture, take the report. Every in the whole world cannot know about how Hong Kong problem. That's like about in 4th of June 1989. Why this media is very important? Because they can tell the truth, can take the record for the outside, and then we can see more the people to understand how to share the truth. But now in the Hong Kong, we can in the social media like America, there's all the just Twitter and the Facebook. They will not allow our member, our team to not tell the truth, because now the Biden, the email is very big. This is a big event for the America, because they show how they are use the money, like washing the money, and then maybe have a criminal problem. So that is all the now is feeling is not good, because there's a CCP, the evil is inflation on the world, and all the country now is silent there. Any mouth, and then no any shoe can talk. So why we have use the other media, just like GTV, G News, and then the YouTube. That's all to try the best to the chance to give the voice loudly, and then let other foreign people they know understand what is Chinese Communist Party. This is a different culture with the foreign people. They don't understand how the mainland China they how to do to control with the citizen. New like Hong Kong, they is a 23 year. They CCP said they have one country, two systems in Hong Kong, and then they have a rule of law, and then they have a freedom, but they will step by step to control with they are all just media, just the official. You can see all the official government is have a background with the CCP. There is also you can understand there is a different culture in the foreign people. They don't understand how the rule of law. They also the law is based on the power of the officer. So now we need to use a Hong Kong case, because now our broadcast is for the Hong Kong, but the case is can shippable for anywhere.
Yeah, I'm back. Thank you.
Yeah. It's okay.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
And then do you have anything to talk about the digital freedom for of the poster?
Yeah, I think this is one poster is black as a background, the other is white background.
Yeah.
And the difference is the color of the chalk, or the color of the pen. One is black, one is white. So it's a very strong color, strong contrast.
Yeah.
But the same thing is, both hands are tied, so you don't have freedom. But still, at this moment, they can't control what you are thinking in your brain. So people are longing for freedom, even though their body or their hands are tied. Yeah, this is what people are always looking for: freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom press. Yeah, that's what I can think of.
Okay, go to next.
Okay.
Okay. this one is wait a minute. It's about the
Ethnic minority, right, in Hong Kong.
yeah,
Ethnic minorities.
as minority. Yes, Hong Kong is a very special place, and more different culture people will be inside Hong Kong, because Hong Kong like is very suitable for any people to living, and then they have a easy test player, and more people to come Hong Kong. They will feel that it's international, because you can buy anything is what you want, or you eat anything what you eat what you want. So but for the election, they have don't consider about another people. They will mean the military. They in this poster said after 1997 that selection is no for about
Yeah, so after 1997, the legislative council has changed, right?
yeah,
The
and then
situation is very different now.
yeah, because they are also this election is have a have any background. That is like establishment is a pro-Beijing. They also can control the group, because they will have a more event to give the citizen. They will join it, and then can to enjoy the free lunch. So they will easy to capture more about the election. The people will be vote
Yeah.
them, but for the and in Hong Kong, but have mainly have some people is only they don't they not just say the content cantonese. They will be English, or maybe have their language, their city language, so they will know more about the concern about them. But in Hong Kong,
Yeah,
there
yeah,
is a
exactly. Hong Kong
people.
is a diversity a city with diversity cultures, and I checked Google and find there were about like maybe 88%, about 8% of Hong Kong population are made up of ethnic minorities, including Filipinos and people from India
Yeah,
and Indonesia. Yeah. So there's people who maybe have passports from other countries as well. They all live in here, and then they have different religions, different languages, different beliefs.
yeah,
Yeah. So like you said, government should consider about all the people.
yes.
They have rights to vote, and they have their thinking. They want to have their interests to be looked after as well.
Yeah, that is same about America. America have more other people to go there. That's why the Donald Trump said America great again. This America is also fulfilled for all the people, all the culture.
Yeah, America is called a melting pot. A melting pot means, a country with many different nationalities or people with different skin colors, different backgrounds, all come to the United States. So a culture that melts lots of different cultures. And that's why, as a president, they look after people from every background, every culture. Yes.
Yeah, and then in the Hong Kong, you will be more no more information about them, about the militaries, these people, because they are, you can see
minorities. You mean the minorities?
minority, yeah, minorities.
Yeah, ethnic minorities. Yeah.
And then
So I saw here is a name called Andrews. Jeffrey Andrews. Is he quite famous in Hong Kong?
I think it's not, because we also is based on the language and the information that we cannot do more about them.
So it said here that Jeffrey Andrews got the lowest votes in Kowloon from the first election. Is it true, or is it just the reporting? Maybe it's not based on the real. Or
because
maybe
they have in Hong Kong have a functional voting. They have functional is based on their job. They based on their the special their job, and then they have some there. If you have there is like about if you is a nurse, you can have the voice for the nurse. Some people can uh, some people to
Yes. So Andrew's job is a social worker. I remember I checked. He is a social worker. So that's what he is. He can only be elected in the social worker area. If that's true.
But
Yeah.
but you need to understand the social worker is more about they need to find out the reason is there more about the we will you cannot to understand with other the relationship because they are also serving this for the their type of people. But for the Hong Kong, they will be also if you have no relationship or have any background to support it, you can difficult to know who they are, who is he. So the, the the finally is about the information and then about your background, and then the news, the information to understand how is he to doing, what their job, their also the facility. So for this case, I don't have many information about them.
Yeah, but from the poster we can see in very early election during the first election, 8 people got voted out. I mean they got voted, got chosen, but including people from the like maybe UK or maybe Thailand or different backgrounds, and also even mixed race. But in the end, all 8 people didn't get voted in. Yeah,
because
and from the timeline here, we also see in different year, 1998 to the year 2000, all the way to now. So Jeffrey Andrews is on the picture is on that timeline.
Okay.
So basically, that means the voting system is is not in favor of the ethnic minorities. It's getting tighter. Tighter. It's not in the favor of the ethnic minorities. It's become worse. The situation becomes worse.
Yeah. Another case is the same of the poster, but this one, these people, I think more people will will know it. Sima Wen. There is also in a side Bafulam. There's more when they have a election, he will be go out and then more to stand with to have some event. More people will be Hong Kong. Bafulam will understand, will know he.
Yeah, I think maybe in the near future, Hong Kong will become like mainland China. In my whole life, I've never had the right for voting. I've never had the right to vote. I've never voted for the president of China or the mayor of the city or the governor of the province. I've never done that. So in China, mainland Chinese, nobody has the right to vote.
And
so
then
I think
don't understand the policy.
We don't really understand. We don't really understand the whole voting system. So have you had experiences of voting?
For the voting, you can in Hong Kong it's very easy. They have you have your ID card, and then in the only one day you can go to there, and then show your ID card, and then the civil service people, the government staff will be help you to register your ID, and then give your vote, give your paper to vote. This have information, and then select your which one is okay. But Hong Kong have two voting. One is for the about the legislator. Another one is function. The function select function void function election. Function election just only for your job, because that's before is a nurse, and maybe it's a worker, and then all is
Yeah.
can have another version, another ability to avoid their, because they everybody know understand about the worker member.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
there is
exactly. I think that this whole process of voting can wake people up because, if you have voting system and if you have rights to vote, before you put in your ballots, you need to understand each candidate. So you need to listen to candidate's speech. You need to understand, what's the difference between them? What are the advantages or strengths and shortcomings of each person? So this whole process is analyzing, is to learn. It's also a learning process. So you start to understand the politics. So every year after year, if you have chances to be involved in this whole process, and your brain has to think politically who is doing good for our country or our society. But if you don't have this system, you'll never think about politics. Like where I'm from, like in mainland China, people normally don't care about politics because they think it's too far away from their life, and you never get chances to get involved in choosing who will be your leader. Then nobody talks about it because they think, oh, it's nothing to do with me. Whoever becomes the next president has nothing to do with me. I'm still continuing to do my job, make my money, cook for my family. So when nobody's watching the government, and then they can do whatever they want, and they start to become corrupted. Yeah, it's very bad. There's no yes, people are supposed to supervise them in a way, monitor them.
Yeah, and then you can see the location is about Mount called Yomak, Kowloon, and then
Yeah.
there are all is another. They have a different district. There's a
Yeah.
location for the
Districts,
district.
different districts,
Yeah.
right?
They also have a district, and then you need to. There is a point out is all the location they have
Yeah.
also have a establishment. There's Po Beijing group. They inside anywhere, and then they when have a election, they will be have a group, and then just to capture about the people who can vote for them, because they have more more money to support for their promotion, their event.
Yeah.
If you know any promotion, you don't understand who they are. So
Yeah,
why the
exactly.
problem is the CCP they can win more about the in their area, because they have do any promotion, and then every time you give you some gift, some free lunch to make the people to, or you have some in here have do more 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 first maybe is give them some event, some gifts, some comfortable. They will be easy
Yeah.
to, if you have a good image, they will easy to vote for you.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so everyone's trying to build up a good image.
Yeah.
And also have good plans. Like Donald Trump in 2016 during his presidential election, he had many plans about building up the wall, about the immigration, about the ethnic minorities, and then in the end, he fulfilled whatever he planned. So he's really doing a lot for the people, and he kept his promise.
Yeah. Okay, we saw another one is about, this one is very important. That is about Pro Beijing, the team. There is a you the area is I think Wait a minute. How to see?
So this poster shows the time from 2004 to 2019, during the 15 years, the government team, which are doing so-called ethnic affairs. They're meant to hold many activities.
Yeah.
They meant to how to say, design many good activities. But they are using taxpayers' money, and we can see there's a analyze. So analysis saying in total there are 60 events.
Yeah, 15.
But only 3 events are
only about the relationship.
So basically all the events they just spend the money, which is like for like the money is like what we would say it's wasted.
You can see.
Look.
Yeah, you can.
Look how much money is spent on the food, on the dinner, and on the dancing performances. Yeah, shocking how much money is wasted.
There are also more to 3 billion.
Yes.
3 billion, yeah.
Almost 3 million. Not
million.
Hong Kong dollars. Also 3 million Hong Kong dollars.
There is also you use the event, and then you can see this is about the establishment to control Yao Jinwang as about 50 years. Why they can control it? Can win the voting because they have spent more money each year.
Is there a thing that did the government need to get approval of the people?
No need.
Asking people, can we spend money this way? I think there should be a procedure that government need to ask the people, like the referendum. Can we spend money for this?
This
Otherwise
also,
they can spend money just like what they want.
Actually, their money is for their come from their group, or they have for Pro Beijing they have a CCP power. They will be giving them more money, so they have a money so they can do that.
But the money is all from taxpayers' pockets. Like sweat and blood. People work very hard, and then they pay tax. Actually, it's from grassroots, from the working class.
Yeah, and then the problem is they use the event to also the event is not about their topic. They just want the people, want the citizen come there, and then to understand. Oh, they have they're doing some event to give them, and then give them have some free lunch, some can help them to do more about you can see the one day trip, and then also the citizen, they maybe is a worker, or maybe is a lower salaries. They don't go anywhere, so this event can help them to more about feel, or your group is good, you can give me more about a special event or special I think it's the line about your grading, your graded. If you want to no free lunch, no pay money, and then get more, just only go this group. There's also will have your can you find out there?
Yeah, at least Hong Kong can expose this information. People can know how much money is spent by the government, by this association or organization. But in China, we never know. But once, about 10 years ago, I met a guy in mainland China, and then he is from quite government-related job. And what he told me was very shocking. He said, as a officer, like high-ranking politician or high-ranking officer, his salary is maybe like not average, like quite good, like maybe 10,000 RMB per month. That's about 10 years ago. But he can reimburse 60,000 RMB per month.
Yeah.
Reimburse, that means he can spend 60,000 RMB on his dinner, taxi, hotel, and lots of things, or massage even.
Yeah.
So that money is not included in his salary. So his salary, 10,000 RMB, can go into his pocket, his own bank account, but he can spend another 60,000, which is 6 times his salary. Yeah, basically he can spend so much money. And also in China, even if you buy maybe clothes for your family, you can make a fake receipt saying, "Oh, I bought this for a taxi. So this is taxi bill. That is my phone bill." Because your phone bill will be reimbursed. The dinner, this is a dinner with another important person for business, for government business. So you can fake all the receipts or bills. So that means in total he makes 70,000 RMB a month, because that's his allowance.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. I was shocked when I heard this.
Yeah. So they CCP, they use the step is the first step, have a group, and then to information of their area custom the people, then have some good event to let you, or some can get more appearance, and then you build up the relationship is maybe a good image, good have a, you are really a good man to give more about the give, and then to build up this relationship. And when have some election, that the people will be promote, or you need to go outside to vote for we, because I will give you some more about the facility or some event. So the citizen is also don't understand how the policy is for now in Hong Kong. Some people don't understand it.
Yeah. That's why lots of people in mainland China, after they get a job, start working, the first thing they want to do is to join the party member, join the Chinese Communist Party. So when because only people who are Chinese Communist Party member will have the chances to be promoted to be a leader. First, you can be a team leader, and then you become a higher level of leader. Then you can be maybe a leader for the company, and then for the county, for the city. So each different level higher up will allow you to have more allowances, to have more money to secretly used for your own interests, for your own family. That's why people trying very hard to become party members by doing bribery. Bribery is like BGY. Yeah, you bribe any leaders above you, so they will promote you, because they have the power. They have the power to decide who they want to appoint. Since China doesn't have voting system, so the position is appointed by upper leaders. Yeah. So if you bribe the upper leaders, then you will have chances to be promoted. So that's why everyone is trying to learn the tricks of the 孙子兵法. Something like that, like the art of the war that is being used in the daily life, in the business, in your job. You're trying to flatter your leaders. Yeah. You're always trying to say nice words for them in front of them. Maybe you are doing something different in the back. Anyway, you just want to say fake things to flatter them, to make them happy, and then they'll, this guy is pretty good. Next time they'll appoint you, so you will become part of their gang. If you are part of their gang, you get the position which allow you to have more money to take home. Then that's what many people want, because your salary is one thing, but the allowance, the money you can reinvest, you can spend, is another thing, which could be 10 times or 7 times your salary. Yeah. That's how Chinese Communist Party whole system is corrupted, how they become corrupted. Yeah.
And then we show another one is you can understand. This one everybody will know about there is about Kongzi.
Yeah, Confucius.
Confucius, yeah.
Yeah,
And then
Confucius Institute.
yeah, and then you can see because America they brought about the culture about yet because there is
Yeah.
also inspire. We
In the
also
beginning,
understand.
many years ago, they started this program called
Yeah.
Confucius Institute. Now, all the in the past 3 years, if you follow the whistleblower movement, if you listen to Miles Gore's whistleblowing all the secrets, you understand. CCP has a full plan, a big plan, including 3F and BGY or 1,000 talents and Belt and Road. And this is also part of the whole plan. They have a big plan of controlling the whole world, step by step. So this is also part of their culture invasion. They have, they're using many things like the war, like information war, unrestricted war. This is also part of the culture war. They use this cultural war. They also use the virus. We know that.
Yeah.
So they use money like gold, like BGY, information war, and that's B, information like intelligence. G is gold, to bribe. They use gold, use money to bribe the leaders in foreign countries. And Y is yellow, means they use sex. So actually, apart from these 3 aspects, they're also using something else like this cultural institute, like Confucius Institute, which is very good disguise. It's like, hey, we are a language school. So on the surface, it's a language school. But like yesterday, Ian, remember on 路德 show, Ian said, even, they read this party report to the foreigners,
Yeah.
which is ridiculous.
They is same way. You can see that if America will do anything, they will have some people to go out. Then I also will say that they are the pro-Beijing. They are also but the team group for the Beijing. You can find out in China that the cultural revolution, why they are not
Yes.
stand out to point the CCP.
Yeah.
The CCP how to make up the culture. They don't
the
they
Cultural
don't
Revolution.
talk that.
Yeah, the Cultural Revolution destroys all the culture.
Yeah. So you can
Yeah.
see there all the team is also you can see all there is find out some Chinese people. Then their team is you need to find out the reporter will know to point out their background. They also have the background is their pro-Beijing department. They have
So these
do you
people are
remember
from
tomorrow?
pro-Beijing organization.
Yeah. Yesterday have some America brought some group is Aspire. They is same way. They made the group and then go the direction and then have some event. Use the event to capture more the people. They maybe have a set up the good image. When you feel that this is a good guy, there's like a Biden, there's a good father, they are do anything is have a good image, but actually they are do another thing is for the capture your information. Maybe you are have some grady that you can to be used. That is the how the CCP build up the relationship many years. There's not only one day or 1 month. It's many years.
Yeah, and also I heard, why is this Confucius Institute evil? It's because they spread all over the country. For instance, in Canada and in Australia, in America. So they actually locate themselves into different universities. So they have maybe a building or a whole floor of offices as their classrooms and offices. And then all the Chinese, maybe Chinese teachers or professors who work in this Confucius Institute, and also maybe they can get a job in that university where they are located in, and they are also working as spies. I remember I watched this. There's a documentary about Confucius Institute on the internet on YouTube, and then many, if you watch that, you will understand. For instance, if there's a professor, say from Columbia University, giving a speech about China, and then if the professor is telling in a speech which is about disclosure of Chinese Communist Party or kind of going against anything about Chinese Communist Party, and then the teacher who worked in the Confucius Institute will go and then and say no to them, saying, later on they understand, and they will they use BGY to establish good relationship with the leaders in the university, and so they will make their way and saying to the leaders, saying, next time whoever make a speech, let us know. We need to censor the materials about their speech. So I remember, in the documentary, they say some professor, if they want to talk about the negative sides about China or Chinese Communist Party, and then the teachers or people who work for Confucius Institute would say, no, you can't talk about this. Because they have so-called guanxi connections with the university leaders. So they use that influence, use that power to say no to this professor. So any professor who wants to talk about the negative side of China will be told, no, you can't do this. Yeah, so basically they are influencing the university where they are located in.
Yeah.
And similarly, they are giving speech, like Ian in Lu De show says, they're also holding activities or events, inviting lots of foreign students, and on these events they will do some propaganda. They will, like brainwash people with a history, fake history with some propaganda materials. So basically, it's a spy. I would say a hut to spread fake history, brainwash materials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can
That's
see.
why Pompeo, many country leaders realized this. They started to close down Confucius institutes in their country. But look at this photo. These pro-Chinese people are gathering, saying Pompeo is racist.
Yeah.
Saying, that's what CCP or all the communist parties doing. They give you a big name.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a hat. We call it a hat. They put a hat on you, label you. They label you as racist, label you as Nazi, but you are not. You're not. You're only protecting your own country, your national security. You're protecting your own culture. So Pompeo, as Secretary of the United States, he's protecting his own country. But here, these people call him racist. Yeah, that's wrong.
Yeah, so you can see there how to make the big relationship, and then the group to use the group member, and then to step by step. Okay, next one is about Hong Kong, the law, global law, and then how about the Hong Kong stable, and then 2018 is number 5. But now to the 2019 is 82. You can see that it's dropped down very fast, because there is now the police, the station is controlled by government. The government need to base on the police to capture the more people, and then to control with the society. The reason is there also is Hong Kong to become to the police stage for now. You can see the next we will talk about more about why the Hong Kong become to now situation.
Yeah. So this global law and order index is to show people's trust in their police, if they have faith in their police, and it's also about personal security. So the ranking of this Hong Kong global law and order dropped from number 5 in 2018 to 82 within 1 year. It dropped from number 5 to number 82, ranking 82. That shows us that people lost the faith in police. You know, police are meant to protect people, but now, in the past 1.5 years, we can see police are not protecting people. They are beating people up. They are arresting people. They are arresting even teenagers, even young girls, maybe 12-year-old girl or 13 or 14. We don't know why, where they are, all those young people. So people lost the trust, lost the faith, lost the hope in police. Yeah.
So you can see
see people as enemies. You can see, or even treat them like animals. The way they treat people, they kneel on people. They use all the weapons, pepper spray, and all the batons or water cannons. Yes, it's like horrendous. It's very bad. It's brutal.
Yeah, for the society, control for society, when the people when they have built up the relationship, and then the people the citizen have a more relationship, will be avoid them. But if the people wake up, they know your group is doing there's a violent or the influence, so they cannot control it. They use the police to control. That's like the CCP style.
Yeah, you know, when I checked, you know, this global law and order index was by a advisory, US-based advisory. So this group is called Gallup, a firm like a company, called Gallup, GALLUP. They measure people's level of confidence in their police and their perceptions of personal security in 144 countries and regions around the world. So imagine right now China is already obtaining the majority seats in UN and many United Nations organizations. We know that, like WHO and the UN, in many organizations. So imagine one day if China controls this firm, and the global law and order index will never be trusted. So luckily, right now, this ranking, this index, the results can be trusted because it shows about the truth, the real world. Yeah, because it's true that we can see Hong Kong has lost its lots of security, lost its social order. It's chaos.
I think.
Remember, when I was little, you know, mainland Chinese always admire Hong Kong, and whoever can go to Hong Kong at that time, everyone admires him because people see Hong Kong as a paradise, shopping paradise, paradise for shopping, and also Hong Kong has high level of films and music. You know, the Hong Kong movies, or you call films in UK, Hong Kong movies.
For now, you know, Hong Kong
very
movie.
well made, and there's so many popular songs, popular singers, very famous in China, very popular in mainland China. But now, you see, if the government taken people's freedom away, then there's no flourish in the culture. There's no flourish in the creativity world, because people can't create with their freedom. They have no freedom because lots of things will be censored, and the materials are what's in your film or in your song lyrics will be censored. If you talk about things that government doesn't like, they won't let you. Yeah, that's why we see this declining of Hong Kong in many aspects. It's so sad to see this.
When Hong Kong go back with China 1997, Hong Kong lose their special style. Hong Kong movie is based on the 1980 gender is very common. everybody will like to see the Hong Kong movie or Hong Kong music. But when Hong Kong go back with China, their old style is trained to mainland China style, CCP
Yeah.
style.
So sad to see that.
You can
Oh,
find
excuse
you
me
can
a second. Excuse me a minute. If you can continue.
yeah, you cannot find out the Hong Kong their special style in for now, or the movie or the song or the anything, because they are now to set up the relationship, the economy with the CCP. So for the society part, you can see their the first step you made a good relationship, made a good image to capture about the citizen. So next I will talk about Hong Kong is another one is for about the voting. Now our office of Cherry Lam said need to use the mainland people in for Hong Kong people, but they are in mainland, they can let them to have a void power the election to join it. But for the investment, we can understand the 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 policy is that supporter said 90% for against it, but for the pro Beijing you can see more the 61.5% accept it, and then totally the totally number is 68.3 is against. But you can see now in Hong Kong you need to go also the voting is 1 day only, and then you need to go you live Hong Kong 7 years and then you get a Hong Kong ID card, and then sometimes you maybe will be in mainland, but in the election day, the voting day, you need to go Hong Kong to vote. But now they need to change the rule. You can see the Hong Kong government how they also is they now is they will don't say any good language to protect the democracy. They also do the thing is like the CCP because they understand.
Yeah, so this 建制派 in Chinese, in English is called pro Beijing camp. Yeah, pro Beijing camp, and the other is like democracy. Yeah.
But democracy, you cannot believe that it's democracy. They like the America. There's also is a policy.
Yeah.
They just play with them, and then you believe them. You believe him. You also will be they will be. I can say they will be. They just give you. If think of the CCP, they give more about the promise, but they don't do it. Don't believe anyone is policy.
Yes. Yeah, so there's a big conflict between the pro-Beijing camp and pro-establishment camp.
Need to we also
pro-democracy camp. Sorry, yeah. So pro-Beijing camp means pro-establishment camp, and the other is pro-democracy camp.
We also will say no, don't just listen what he say. Just see
watch what they do.
What they do,
See
it's
what they do.
It's the truth. They doing anything. They just actually to do something. There's some there's a right people.
Yes, yeah, that's what like a Chinese Communist Party. You know, they say one thing, but they do another.
Yeah. They say,
oh, we are doing everything good for you. I remember, you know, in one video clip in this CCTV news, President Xi went to see the people in the village, or visited some peasants. You know, you can see the peasants are very poor, but then Xi stand very close to that woman, saying, "Trust the Chinese Communist Party. Trust us. Trust your government. We are the CCP is doing whatever good for you. We are maintaining your wealth. We're here to protect all the people in China, especially for the grassroots. We are looking after you. Believe in your party. Believe in your country. Have this patriotism. Be patriotic. Love your country. and you are always in the heart of our Chinese Communist Party. We'll never forget the people. Yeah, it's a liar. He's a liar. Such a lie. When I was watching that, I was thinking maybe he himself is laughing when he was saying that. He's saying, "Oh my God, how can I say this? I'm so good at making this speech without reading it." He doesn't need to read from the paper at that moment because this is what he uses. He says every day, every single day. He's saying this lie again, again. So he doesn't need any paper to look at.
Yeah, so they now.
Yeah, it's such a joke. Yeah.
So you can see there's not allowed with mainland people, mainland Hong Kong people in mainland people can void this for but for the now you anything is can available because now it's,
Yeah, you know,
you cannot
yes,
understand
especially our GTV and G News. If one day mainland Chinese can see GTV and G News, and they will see in themselves, in their own eyes, with their own eyes, that Mr. Xi is telling lies. Because you know, in China, you only have one CCTV. You only have Baidu. You can't really see the truth. You can't see what's really going on, and you will be cheated by his lie. You were thinking, they are doing great. I remember, you know, whenever I chatted with my mainland Chinese friends, they all say, "Oh, Xi is great. He's, you know, in this pandemic, he's doing great job. You know, he controlled this virus very well." So most of my friends, also my family members, you know, praise him, praise Xi, thinking he's a great leader. He's very effective, efficient. They're proud of him.
There is a problem is about the information.
Because they can't see the other sides, and then they hide all the other things.
Yes.
So they only let you see what they want you to see.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Next one is about Li Xiaojia. Is now is for the Hong Kong.
Oh yes.
Journalist.
So what's his background? Do you know about his background?
His background is only is used in Hong Kong. There's like about the shield about I can say I remember he is about
Hong Kong exchanges and clearing.
Yeah.
Here I found some information saying the University of Hong Kong, so-called HKU. So Charles Li Xiaojia. So his English name is Charles. Charles Li Xiaojia is appointed as Hong Kong University Council member.
Yeah.
Yeah. So today it is announced that Charles Li Xiaojia will be appointed as an HKU council member effective on November the 1st this year. So very soon, in a few days' time, November the 1st, he will take up the new role for 3 years. So here, again, it says he will be appointed. He's not being voted. He's being appointed as the University of Hong Kong council member.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically you can see Chinese Communist Party is putting their own people in every place.
That's very easy for now. And then another one is about we can see about the two people. It's a mainland there's all the background is a mainland. Another one have some will say that he have is a member party CCP party member. And then for now all the information will be dismissed. And then you can see they can easy to win. I opened another one. This is important.
Yeah.
You can see there have six people. There's have 5 people is mainland China. It's from mainland China. For this select the 2 people is also the relationship is very clear. There is based on the mainland have some relationship with the CCP. This also we understand. You can see Hong Kong. Our Dr. Li Yan Meng is about from Hong Kong. Li Meng Yan is from Hong Kong University. For now, the all the where is the about the science no Hong Kong people, no Hong Kong university go outside, go to stand with stand with her. They
Yeah.
also use silence. You can see
Yes.
how CCP control university. They use the society and the university, and the economy, all the part of the station have a CCP power to
Yeah.
control.
Yeah, I think this is very shocking to me, because this is a good version, like experimental region, Hong Kong. Hong Kong is really used as an experiment, like guinea pigs, because we can see earlier we talked about Hong Kong's movie field is killed many years ago, already got killed. So Hong Kong films already dying. And then there's no creative singers or no great song lyrics, because they are all banned, all censored. And that, so the film world and the like entertainment world got killed. Similarly, we see in America, like NBA, Hollywood films, yeah, the same thing. So in Hong Kong, we can see after the film or culture or entertainment got killed, that field, and then we can see CCP is also now invading or occupying the university. Universities are places you cultivate smart talents, young people who will be new leaders in the future in Hong Kong. So here they occupy this place to control what kind of people they want to be in there. So imagine in the future, the leaders all come out of all the Hong Kong universities. They won't be smart enough, or they won't be brave enough to stand against the CCP, because all the presidents of the universities are appointed. Although there are 7 people here for election, there are 7 candidates.
No, 6.
But
Only
they are
6.
all basically graduated from the same university, same background, Berkeley, Berkeley University.
Yeah.
So it's an open joke. So Chinese Communist Party just do this openly. They openly, like insulting Hong Kong. I would use this word. I think it's such a joke. It's insulting Hong Kong.
Mm-hmm.
They say, hey, I just want to do this openly. So what? So what? I did this. So what? There's no UN giving me pressure. No America sanctions. Though a little bit sanctioned, but that doesn't matter, because it doesn't really influence that much.
Yes.
So we can see, yeah. So this Zhang Xiang graduated from Berkeley, Shen Zuojun, Gong Peng, and Tian Zhinan all graduated from Berkeley. Yeah, such a joke.
Yeah, they give you a voting, but they are also with the selection is also CCP people.
Yes, yeah.
So your voice,
So on the
any voice
surface,
is only
yeah.
their people, their relationship, the man, the selection. So you fool anyone is not
Yeah,
for.
they are fooling people. On the surface, they say, "Hey, look, we give you freedom of election. You can choose among these people. Look, you have rights to vote."
Yeah.
But yeah, it's disguised lies. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There is for the university how to control. And then another one is about this man, the younger people, 19 years old. Then now in Hong Kong, everyone have if you is a CCP target, they will have a more the location following,
Yeah.
and then have some the listening your phone. So he is going to America. Just want to go to America, violent. How to say?
Yeah. For asylum.
Yeah.
Political asylum.
Yeah. So you can see how easily to make the CCP succession.
Yeah, secession. Yeah.
Secession.
Yeah, Hong Kong is really a good example, an experiment for us to analyze. Like now in America, these days we start to understand, like NBA got controlled, got
Yeah.
BGY, got infiltrated, NBA, and also Hollywood got controlled, and then Wall Street, those are Wall Street,
Mm-hmm.
and then we know like FBI got infiltrated, and Democrats. We know Democrats got infiltrated many years ago, but even now Republican got infiltrated, and Silicon Valley as well. So little by little, America actually is already being infiltrated,
Yeah.
and then very soon, I think next step, if Biden wins, then next step is they will send Chinese background people, pro-Beijing people, to be the leader in different universities.
Yes. You
Yeah,
can.
that will happen in America because they already done this in Hong Kong as an experiment. So this is what they are gonna do in America. So they will use. Actually, now I think universities are already like all Democrats, because their education basically is promoting lots of lefties ideology. Ideology from lefties. They think, oh, abortion should be allowed. We should have guns. We should have focus on the environmental protection. So it's all very lefty side, lefty ideology already. Yeah.
Yeah. And then.
Basically, there's not much difference.
Yes.
Yeah. So the BLM, there's a same similarity of BLM and Cultural Revolution. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Finally, we want to talk about this guy, and then because this in the Biden email, everybody will understand. Will get more information. Is Parley Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Zhong Hanli, yeah, accused of secession and other crimes.
You can find out their relationship is also there. Before is under Hong Kong officers, and then Dong Jianhua is about before is a officer, and then they are complete the Hong Kong government job, and then if they are duty or they are have a they have their good report for CCP, and then CCP will be find out them, or you have a you are listen is a loyalty dog, and then
Yeah.
you do your job is very good. You will listen CCP, and then CCP will give them to find out some other big department job. Then you can see they are go inside the Hong Kong energy, but under with Mr. Yip, and then now the Mr. Yip is missing. The management guide is missing.
Yeah.
So you can see the Hong Kong out. I will say Hong Kong of government. There is a training. Which one go have a good government, because you if you in the government side, you will get more information about the planning of the future, because the government also will have some plan for few 4 year for 4 years future, how they set up the rule or the pool, the target they want to do, what they are do. So the information is they are training how to fit with the CCP the duty, and then if you compete you can get more, and then you based on this you can go to America and any country and do a spy to find out which one who can be a BGY, or you have some want more about their greedy. They also is the people have a greedy. They have no or any loyalty with the God or with some anything. They will be easy to do the wrong thing. So
Yeah. Yeah.
you can see the
Exactly.
Hong Kong is I can say Hong Kong is a space training for the CCP. CCP early to console the Hong Kong government. actually they also is have a planning all the training or all the economic, because Hong Kong have a international market, and then more the money
Yeah.
to inside go outside. So the
And
why
also this freedom of exchange money between between Hong Kong dollars and US dollars.
and you can see the all the email is about have a Hong Kong relationship in there.
Yes. Yeah, so this Zhong Hanlin is only 19 years old.
Yes.
And then, under this new national security law, they tend to easily, saying anyone, accuse anyone for secession of the country. Because secession of the country, if you just hold Hong Kong independence, you only hold up this sign, you can be as prosecuted as for secession of the country. And then if so he potentially who could be sentenced for 3 years in prison because of secession of the country under the new national security law. So the new national security law is quite unclear to many people because there's no explanation to that. And inside the law, according to different entities, and you can see, even maybe you are thinking or you're saying something that's against the country, then you will be arrested for secession of the country.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this time, his application for bail got rejected. So he was arrested one time and he got bail and he came out. But this time the bail was rejected.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so sad to see this. Because of the virus, and fewer people could go onto streets. And then many more each day got arrested, and we still don't know where they are. Like the 12 youth, Hong Kong youth, still we haven't got any latest news about them yet.
Yeah.
And we know what kind of prison it's like in mainland China. Even they are in Shenzhen, it is in mainland China. They will be treated horribly.
Yes, there is a the first step CCP is you find out Hong Kong. They have some good international priorities, and then they have a higher economy. In Hong Kong dollar can exchange to US dollar. That is a very important point. How the CCP need to control Hong Kong. So the first step is Hong Kong, and then more the manufacture is move about, and then make Hong Kong to rating on the mainland China. Let Hong Kong to step by step to lose their they will set up the fake freedom for the outside. They will have a good image, but there is not a freedom. So they and use their any money, and then the access for the give the people to have a trip. This trip, if you go inside and then you order anything, if you control by CCP. So
now in front of us, sorry to interrupt you. So now I see this new poster. Would you like to say anything about this new new slide?
This is how about the BGY the station. I think it's the concept is how this use anywhere is complete. The first thing is they will be use the technology or some society group that's like about the pro-Beijing. They have a group and they have an event, and then let them to go outside to do any we will say the cyber member. Cyber vulnerability. There is like the cyber vulnerability that to do that. And then use the money. Hong Kong is international money, the central, and then money is very good for them, because everybody will want more money, because you have don't based on the regular to do it, or you have maybe lower human size, or have a 7 I will say 7 cents 7
senses. Yeah,
senses.
seven
Yeah.
senses.
They also have a
Seven crimes.
yeah. It's a deep.
Yeah.
It's a deep criminal for the greed. I think it's a greedy. It's a you don't enough. You want to get
Yes.
more and more.
Yeah, it's sense. Yeah, because human beings are born with sins. We are born sinful. We have sinful nature.
Yeah.
So by using our sins, easily they can control you.
Yes.
They use sex.
CCP
So
just
espionage.
yeah.
Yeah. So espionage, sex espionage, and also money. These are all what people are weak points. You know, human beings have weak points, so they use all the weak points to corrupt you,
Yes.
to get you, to change you from human beings to dogs.
Yes.
So you follow them, you listen to them, you become part of their gang. So they change a person from with dignity to a person who don't have dignity. Like they have to say here, the first one, blue, surveillance. So they get your image or your videotapes when you do this sex pornography thing.
Yes.
They tape you, and also they tape you while you have conversation with them about money laundry, any dirty deals. So they have tapes. So this surveillance means they bugging you. They record all your voices or videos, everything, and they give you money, and then to corrupt you. That's a bribery. So after BGY, you become part of their family, part of their gang, and you start to do things for them. Since you gain, that's something you gain. You gain money, you gain duties like sex, and then they grab you because they have all the evidence in the tapes, in the videos, so they can control you. So after BGY, you are controlled by them. You have to do things for them. And what is the ultimate goal of this plan? Can you tell me what's the ultimate goal? What's the purpose of CCP's doing this BGY?
There is also you see your power. You only you're a citizen. Citizen is just more about use. They like about the society to go outside. Then they will be more the citizen to support them. So they very easy to BGY. And then the next level is about the technology people. Now you can see the Twitter, Facebook. They use their connect with
so
their
Twitter and Facebook is part of their blue plan.
Yes,
Blue means surveillance or internet or intelligence. So I mean, their purpose, the ultimate goal, their final goal is to take to weaken America, to make America chaos into chaos, and in the end to kill America.
Even America, Hong Kong is same.
So they want to take down America. Now they have already taken down Hong Kong.
Yes.
So next they want to take down is America. They want to make America weak, make it in chaos, make America die.
You can find out the Hong Kong now. The Hong Kong government is controlled by CCP. There's the Biden email is same. There's a level is higher. They have a power to more about information. They understand America. The situation, the information, the whole field future planning. All they get outside who in CCP.
Exactly. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, just only one way is about America weapon. Maybe soldier. Soldier is not difficult to use the BGY, I think, because they are really understand their country, they love country, their loyalty, and then the duty is protect their America citizen, America people. So there is the final way is but the final way.
I would say, Sky, I would say we don't know yet. We don't know.
Yeah,
because even soldiers, they are human beings. They have sinful nature. Maybe CCP bribe them enough money, pay them enough money, and they can corrupt them as well. So we still don't know yet. This is to show us how evil Chinese Communist Party is, and they can, by doing this, it's a whole plan. In the past, maybe 40 years or 50 years, in Chinese education, we all know in mainland China, people all from very little, you will be you were told that America is our enemy, Japan is our enemy. So in this whole education, in this whole culture, they keep telling you America is our enemy, it's our threat. Our threats are from the Western ideology, because Western ideology is different from Chinese socialism ideology. So they know this so-called Cold War. They say, I remember there's a book called something like Peaceful Transition or Peaceful Transaction from, they say the Western world always wanted to change China from socialism to capitalist secretly by using this so-called peaceful transaction. We should be alert. We all remember socialism is the best, and we should see America as enemy. So from the very little age, you were told, you were educated, you were brainwashed that America is our enemy. But actually, American people, while they do business with Chinese people, they always think they are very naive. They are very innocent. They are thinking, oh, we're here just doing business. So in America, people, we know lots of whistleblower fellows live in America. We never hear any education from Western world saying, oh, China is our enemy. We never hear that. So, they have their guard down. They don't have any alert to Chinese culture. They welcome Chinese people, welcome Chinese culture. They don't have a firewall, but now they do, which is go against America. I mean, they have their internet open to Chinese, though they know China has a firewall to block their information going to in China. But they still welcome Chinese culture to go into their country. That's why, in the very beginning, they welcome Confucius Institutes and all the Chinese films, and they all welcome everything. But now, smart people start to wakening up. They understand this is a unrestricted war, and why is America is declining. Now people can see, this Antifa, this BLM, so the chaos, and also corrupted leftists, corrupted Democratic Party. So people start to wakening up. This is all the planned unrestricted warfare happening now.
Yeah, that is the point. Okay, that is all our poster to share the information. That's because a few days is also an important day, and then we will have more information about how the CCP to use their evil system to collapse all the criminal.
All the cultures,
Yes.
and this is not sustainable. If you are doing business or you are making friends with other parties, you are not only like making yourself great. That's not good. This won't be sustainable. To be sustainable means you do business, you do win-win situation. So-called win-win situation means you don't try to undermine the other party. You want the other party also gain some interests as they doing business with you. So the same goes to this kind of relationship between countries. But now we can see it's one-sided. Yeah, China's 3F plan is trying to kill America, weaken America, make America in chaos. So this is, we all know that socialism doesn't work. In 1984, this book, this already, George Orwell told us, socialism won't work. It's a Nazi ideology.
Yeah.
Will be fully stopped. W. Wolf said, yeah, it will be fully stopped. Blackmail has been going on for centuries. Yeah, Big Brother, 1984. So please. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us. And very soon, we'll see Lu De. Next one, we can all go to listen to Lu De.
Yes, thank you, everybody. We will have more info. The next will be for Hong Kong. Thank you, everybody.
Focus on Hong Kong, focus on GTV and G News. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.